main square, literally about 100 metres, maybe less from where we are staying. Look at the mountains. And the houses right up those mountains, right up the very top. My goodness. We've got colonial influences here, Spanish influences in the architecture. All right, we have landed in Cusco. Here is our hotel right here. We will be staying in that room. We're staying in a different room at the moment, and we are coming down here. Check it out. I don't know if you can see the angle. There's a bit of a hill, a slight hill coming up here, and look at some of this stuff. Oh, it's so soft. Here we are in the Plaza de Armas. De Armas, I was close. And we'll just have a quick look around, right in the middle. And as we come around further and further and further, you will notice someone. And this is one of the people that the kids loved the best. It is... It's Pachacuti, hanging out 1,600.
Cusco is at 3,600 metres above sea level.
Meters above sea level. That's a long way up. Sometimes the views are a little bit hard to take. It is dinner time. We're a bit hungry, and we're just checking the place out. Not a bad view. And over here we've got some music playing. This is literally like Mandy and my second honeymoon. That hill up there, you might be able to see there's a cross there and there's a jeepers over there. We're going to go and climb them. They're not too far out of town, and apparently it's really nice on sunset. So we woke up this morning and we thought we'll just go for a wander around, just around the block. And when you look at a map, yeah, without contour lines, it's all flat. But then when you're in Cusco, it's not. So after about, I don't know, 15 minutes of going flat out, look at this. And we're here having coffee, and it's just absolutely phenomenally beautiful. That is the square where we were at last night. We literally probably, we're staying about 15 minutes from here. There are beautiful buildings that are built right up over all of the mountains, and we have a church directly behind us. One of those times where you need an Insta 360, because literally you're looking everywhere there is something to see. And Mandy likes the fact there's Taylor Swift in the background. Hugo, who is taking us on a tour of lots of places today.
Friend, that's good. By tour and by car, a different side. You want information that for you, okay?
Awesome stuff.
G'day, mate, in Australia.
Vamos. And
the potatoes, that's different potatoes. In the Cusco, this is
3,000 types of potatoes.
Yeah, the potatoes.
Adobe mud brick and stone, and there's new houses being built. We're right at the top. There's a new one there too. Through to some ruins over there. It's very slippery here. Have to be careful. Down in a cave, we're going down into the tomb. Take the rocks up so they actually build everything that they build. This is a modern interpretation of the sort of tool that's been partially broken away. This is good for our soul. This is good for Pachamama. That's serious. Hola. This trail is part of Pachamama. which is part of Mother Nature, which is giving us life, it's giving us spirit. It's freezing. Mandy would be dying right now.
That's the same tree.
She's going up a ladder, right beside the waterfall. We're going out a different way. Let's do this thing. Nailed it. They literally just grabbed those logs and shored them up, and they're not real shored, 2 seconds ago. They're kind of moving around all over the place. Oh!
That's for me, my camera, just that for me. That's for you.
So this
is the mint, that is muña. This in the English, this is mint, yeah? Mint.
mint.
Mint. Yeah, mint.
Yeah.
That's in Spanish, muña. Así,
Yes.
mira, así.
It just clears your nostrils. Yes. Yeah. Crush it. Yeah. Very good for your breath.
So yeah, with altitude sickness, if you roll it in your hands and then just breathe it in.
Yeah. Very good. And up we go.
Nosotros vamos a tomar
Back up the hill.
ustedes conocen
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
añay.
Añay.
Añay. Añay. Añay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
¿Es como un sol o?
Hay que hacer cuesta.
5 soles.
That's five, huh? That's
It's really, it's strawberry.
Sí.
It's a strawberry flavour.
So you're just
That's
like,
Ah, Pachamama, yeah.
brain and the brain in the group.
So we're putting some of the drink on the earth for Pachamama to celebrate Pachamama.
to say
Salud.
thank you.
Salud.
Salud.
To say thank you to Pachamama.
Sí. Ah, qué rico.
It's really nice.
Millón. Ah,
The mud brick style construction, and you can see the trees that are used in the roof construction as well. Yeah, so perfectly. And you can see here, you don't often see this, is where it's been quarried from. So you can see where it's actually been cut from this section of wall. They use friction, and they rubbed one rock against another one to get the shapes correct. I took a photo before, which will be on this one, where you can see one rock has been shaped, curved at the bottom, and the rocks below it are curved. So it had been shaped, it just hadn't been positioned yet. And which is amazing. Down here there's lots of tunnels. There's also tunnels up there. There's tunnels everywhere here. Basically they used the tunnels when the Spanish came. They ran into the tunnels. The ladies ran into the tunnels because the Spanish men were kind of getting interested. Walls that they had built for fortification and would be throwing rocks at them to try and get them to go away, obviously, because the Spanish were trying to conquer the place. And there was a war. Yeah. They would use trunks of trees as rollers, and they would just do that to roll them along, and that's how they would. And to lift them up, they would put the trunks of trees on angles on other rocks, and they would slide them literally, crawling through the tunnels. You never know what you'll find. Some other preparation, a rock done with the bird, the falcon there. Quite often you see the walls, but you don't see where they've been quarried from. Incredible.
It makes sense to be up high.
Lots of places to hide. Getting away from the conquistadors. And we come out of one of the tunnels, and again, the 360-degree view here is absolutely phenomenal.
The Cusco, the protection that is for
Wow.
mountains.
Mountain down the back is the mother. Over here is the father, and over there is the son, and they work together to protect this area. That's only a few months old, a couple of months. This is where they actually make everything is alpaca. Some mixes of the colours.
Wow.
Add for the drink and lemon, and you change the lemon, and you change the colour by the more. Yep, and then we're using crystal. There was the tiniest amount that's made so much colour. You might know this guy in the background. Might have heard of him before. Apparently he's a big thing. Megalithic, massive blocks fitted together like you wouldn't believe. I mean, these things are huge. The tonnage in each one of these is phenomenal. You have the gates. Here we have a sun gate. Not necessarily this one, I don't know. Kapuki ku. That one. But again, look at this. The rock is here. It's actually curved around the corner, as well as them being fitted together. And look at these ones on the wall here as well. Absolutely phenomenal. And then just around the corner, you have something that looks like a staircase leading down to another entrance. A lot of this is fortification. A lot of this was
Built during the time of Pachacuti.
built during the time of Pachacuti. And it's definitely fortification for the area.
It also said that. It also says that the Spanish conquistadors, led by Pizarro, broke down its walls to use as materials for building their own colonial houses.
There you go. Recycling the walls for the colonial houses
Recycling, destroying.
of the conquistadors. Okay, with old mate in the background over there, and you can see the length of the wall. Now, this is 15th century, so we're talking the 1400s when this was built. Right through, and look at the extent of it. It's not just one wall, it's multiple layers of wall for their fortification. There's some big rocks there. Considering they just slid them on trees and slid them on top of each other using trees. Wow. Here we can see another entrance to the fortification. You can see the staircase here going down and then out through these huge rock walls. And of course the idea there is if someone was coming in and attacking, as they had to turn to come up the stairs, you could be throwing rocks at them, you could be spearing them, you could be doing all sorts of nasty stuff to them. These ones here are also shaped. But interestingly, they also shaped them for waterways, for drains. And there's lots of the drains built into these megalithic rock formation walls as well. If they didn't have the drains, water would just push the walls over. So even though they weigh so much and they were built so strong and they were fitted so well together, they still need to be careful of nature, because nature will win over what mankind creates. God, I'm getting deep. And look, llamas. Or alpacas, or I don't know, there's lots of them now. Down really easily. And you can see there's paths there for water drains and so forth as well. It's interesting what they've done for their fortification. Smart buggers. And there's llamas, and there's guanacos, and there's something else that I can't remember. And so there's lots of different ones, and here's a couple of them right here. Hey guys, how are you? You good? You alright? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm thinking maybe they're getting frisky. I'm not real sure. So I'm just going to back off a bit. Terraced levels, and apparently this was used a lot for the farming as well. They would grow different fruit and vegetables at different heights, at different levels, depending on what grows best where. And that always stops their fruit and veggies rolling down the hill. The remains of a Incan tower which wings, and there was a fountain in the walls.
The walls.
Were related to the sunrise and the sunset.
Yeah.
Oh, lady, that's good.